If you think back to the darkest days of the global recession that we all went through, would you have imagined that the fastest growing car company over the next several years would be Chrysler? Well, we're here at Chrysler's worldwide headquarters in Auburn Hills, Michigan, to go inside their design dome to find out what's behind this massive renaissance. Getting an invite to Chrysler's Design Dome is something that doesn't happen very often. This is the room where they showcase to executives upcoming models that they're working on. We got to sit down with the president of Chrysler Canada and the president of Dodge in the United States, Reid Bigland, to ask him what is the #1 job when you're trying to turn around a major car company.
Well, there's no question this entire industry is all about the product. It's really the lifeblood of the automotive industry, building vehicles that people want to buy. Seems pretty simple on its face. It's a little more difficult to bring to reality. But no question, the new Jeep Grand Cherokee built off of the Mercedes ML platform was really our first good foot forward into the marketplace. And that vehicle in the Canadian marketplace has rapidly become the #1 selling full-size SUV in the country. And when you look at the Cherokee, it really epitomizes everything that we've been up to this last few years. Completely redesigned exterior, dramatically upgraded interiors. We installed our Pentastar 3.6-liter V6 engine, one of Ward's top 10 best engines for 2 years running. And that vehicle with that engine configuration has done very well for us. The Wrangler in Canada is the #1 small SUV in the country. It's really the iconic Jeep, the Wrangler. And that's another example of where we've made some upgrades to the interior, still as rugged as ever, and then we improved the powertrain in the Wrangler by also installing the 3.6-liter engine, which yielded about a 10% improvement in fuel economy from that of the previous Wrangler. And not only in Canada, but also in the US, it's probably the hottest vehicle in our product portfolio today.
Has the Chrysler 200 been a surprise?
It's really remarkable what has happened with the Chrysler 200, and just to put that into a US context, its predecessor, the Chrysler Sebring, we were selling about 800 a month. Retail through our dealer organization, excluding fleet sales. And today we're selling about 8,000 200s a month here in the US, and we've had similar success in Canada. In fact, the Chrysler 200 combined with its sister vehicle, the Dodge Avenger, are the #1 selling midsize cars in Canada.
Talk a bit about your biggest car.
The full-size luxury car in Canada is the Chrysler 300, albeit it's a smaller segment, so overall volumes are somewhat muted, but all-new vehicle and a great addition to our product portfolio.
Has the Ram been a huge success?
There's almost 300 different vehicles to choose from for Canadian consumers, and the Ram is the second highest seller, and we've just raised the bar now on the Ram with respect to the new 2013 Ram that's coming out right now. It now has best-in-class fuel economy, almost 10% better than the next closest competitor. From a US miles per gallon perspective, we've bumped it up to 25 miles per gallon. We've installed a cutting-edge 8-speed transmission into the vehicle and a number of other redesigns with respect to the exterior and the interior of the truck. So, been very successful for us over the past few years. Fastest growing pickup truck in Canada by a long shot, and now we've just raised the bar that much more. Of course, our homegrown Dodge Grand Caravan, 4th highest selling vehicle in the country. We're the only manufacturer to have 2 of the top 5 highest selling vehicles in Canada with the Ram and the Grand Caravan. And the Grand Caravan and its sister vehicle, the Chrysler Town & Country, command close to 70% minivan market share and has really been a big force for us in the Canadian marketplace. And then the Dodge Journey, a relative newcomer, came into our lineup about 3 years ago and has quickly become, for every year since it was in production for us, the #1 selling crossover vehicle in the Canadian marketplace out of almost 34 different competitors to choose from. And the Journey is really kind of our Swiss Army knife. It's part minivan with 7-passenger seating configuration. It's part compact and mid-sized car with a very aggressive entry-level price point at under $20,000. It's part SUV with all-wheel drive, and then of course it's all crossovers. So that is another big seller for us in the Canadian market.
You're finally in the compact segment.
The compact car segment in Canada represents about 23% of the market. So when you think about some of our successes in Canada, it's really been accomplished by competing in about 75% of the market. That's changing right now as we've brought the all-new 2013 Dodge Dart to market. And you know, we think we're on to something with this car. Built off of the Alfa Romeo Giulietta platform, the Dart brings features and benefits to the compact car segment that have never before existed in that segment. So when you think about the Dart, one of the unique things about that vehicle is you really get a mid-size car at compact car fuel economy in excess of 40 miles per gallon US, and at a compact car price at $15,995. So very excited about that car, and so far so good in the Canadian marketplace. Well, we're pretty optimistic about the future, and we're pretty optimistic about our ability to grow in the future. And just like we've grown in the past, the key is product. And not only have we brought the 20 all-new or significantly refreshed products to the marketplace over the last couple of years, but we've got a number of other products that are slated to come into the marketplace. It's all about product, and we've got a pretty full pipeline well into the future.